Hello everybody, PlanetWalls and his lovely spouse here. We are going to record some regular game action. This is not a daily challenge, I already failed that earlier today. We're going to try and do a regular run though, not any no gold shit, not any speedrun stuff today. Who should I be, Becky?
You just said that you're going to do speedruns.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Plus you said, you call me your lovely wife, but right before we started recording you go, you're going to sit there and feed me those York peppermint patties.
That's because they're delicious, and I need my Spelunky fuel.
That's explicitly what you said.
Yeah. And, by the way, Becky apparently hates York peppermint patties for God knows what reason.
I think they're stupid.
She's like, oh God, I just took a bite of this, and it makes me feel like I just brushed my teeth. You're like, I don't even feel like I have to brush my teeth right now.
I have this conviction about York peppermint patties. One which is that, well, I just feel strongly about them, that they're not candy.
Yeah,
like
they are.
If you feel as if your breath is like minty fresh after you've eaten one of those, then
it doesn't count as a candy?
You've really got the wrong idea of what a candy should be.
No, you don't. They're like the most delicious thing in the world.
No.
They're better than candy. I'm not going to say that they're candy because they obviously aren't.
What's worse is that I had a friend once who was like, you know what
We'll just start that again.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's not a daily challenge. Who cares, right?
Yeah. I had a friend once who was like, you know what I could really go for? A York peppermint patty. I was like, you know what I've never said before? That phrase.
That's wrong for me. I've said that plenty of times. I said that when I was at Target buying them.
I know, and then you came home with them, and it was actually really ironic that you had done so.
Because your friend just said the other day how much he loves York peppermint patties. Is this guy gonna... Okay, there we go. We did it. He loves
not really. It was
patties.
just because I expected you to come home with real candy.
Okay, well, fine.
You said you were gonna get some. Basically, AJ and I eat we live off hummus and chips and candy.
And Target started carrying their sweet potato chips again, which basically means life is worth living. Finally, we're going down in here. Is what she said. So. I guess that didn't make it time. Fuck ropes! Anyway, what's your face look like that for? Did you eat another peppermint patty?
No, I did try one earlier, and it made me not feel good.
Made you retch? Sometimes if I haven't eaten one in a while, the pepperminty flavor does this thing to my throat where it's like ah, and I almost cough and retch and die. That's
why you don't. I mean, come on, if you're gonna go for peppermint patty, right? If you're gonna
Holy fucking boo! There's a bomb!
If you're gonna eat one, you're gonna say, I want a piece of candy. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna have a peppermint patty. You could at least, make the sacrifice and go for a Reese's cup or something. Because that's real candy.
Can you feed me a peppermint? A York peppermint patty?
No.
They're right there. I see them on the floor.
I guarantee you, because my throat is still minty fresh in ways that it shouldn't be. Having eaten the peppermint patty,
I want mine to be delicious chocolate minty fresh breath.
5 minutes ago.
Why brush your teeth when you can have a YPP? That's a York peppermint patty. That's what that stands for.
Yeah.
Wow, lots of good shit in here. When we murder this guy inevitably, we have a lot to do right afterwards because we gotta sacrifice our pup.
Yeah.
Do I want this shit?
We had a friend from Toronto recently that came to visit us, and basically. He just kept telling us why, not overtly, but kind of jokingly.
Gotta stop for a second to eat my patty.
Not overtly, but jokingly, how much better Canada was than.
You mean McDonald's in the United States were than Canada?
No. How Canada was just better in terms of the United States, and I couldn't disagree.
I can disagree based solely on the McDonald's principle. If you go to Canada and eat at one of their menus, were you recoiling from my face because my breath smelled so fresh?
Yes. It doesn't seem natural.
If you go to Canada and go to a McDonald's...
It's a third, the menu's a third of that size.
Yeah, it's like, we have all these options that are like special heart attack bun and a heart attack roll. You eat a cardiac infarction from a man who had a cardiac infarction. They don't have any of that shit. All they have is garbage burger made of compost compost burger made of garbage, and it's all recycled. And it's all made of vegetables. And some of it is seasoned so lightly, and there's like no fat in anything.
Oh, that's one thing.
Makes me wish I were dead.
That's one thing.
So I go home and I eat an American McDonald's.
That's one thing I hated about living in Toronto, was that they like enforce compost policies, and so your kitchen always smelled terrible. Like,
what?
Terrible.
Because you compost it. Nobody said you had to keep the compost pile in your kitchen.
No, but we're also too lazy to like take it out. So nobody just went into the kitchen ever. I just remember like...
They're like, oh, this is too gross to be worth going into.
Yeah, basically. I just use prepackaged food in my room. That's really all I would like run into the kitchen to like grab some milk or something. Everything else stayed in my room.
And you're just like, oh, it smells like a jungle in here.
It was terrible.
Sounds awesome.
And in fact, my room is farthest away from the compost pile. I could not take it.
That's right. We don't keep a compost pile here. We just throw all of our garbage on the floor. That's actually only semi-true.
It's kind of true. But so we asked our friend from Toronto, like, what's a dental appointment like? And he had the best answer ever. He was just like, well, you go in, and the hygienist talks to you, even though you can't talk back.
They ask you how many times a day you brush.
Yeah, and you tell them, and they're like, okay, well, you should floss more. And then the doctor comes in, and he, takes a scraper, and he kind of...
Pokes your teeth for like 2 seconds.
2 seconds, and they say, well, that looks good.
Come back in 6 months.
And I go, and then do you pay? And he's like, no.
It's Canada.
And I'm just like, fuck you.
We have to pay, and they say come back in 6 months.
Exactly.
You're like, I don't want to pay again.
You're like, I just paid $175 for that.
I just paid money for you to injure me.
That's exactly what
it's like. S&M.
Yeah.
I assume.
Well, I think you're more sensitive than most people, but it was pretty funny the way I described it, especially because it was just exactly the same, and also it was free.
Well, yes.
And that just does not seem right to me.
Does not compute.
What did I say the other day? Something about America. I don't remember what it was.
America.
No. It was something...
They said they don't consider themselves Americans.
Yeah,
they're like,
about
basically, I just consider
Americans.
ourselves watered down United States. And I was like, so do we.
We consider you watered down United States too. And he goes, I know. And he goes, but we're kind of proud of that label. Which was really funny.
That dog is still alive. I don't
Oh
think
no, we were asking whether or not he had
Spoke
different
too
channels,
soon.
like CNN and Fox News or whatever.
They're like, we know about Fox News.
And they're like, we have it. And I was like, I didn't know if it was broadcast around United States or all of America. And AJ goes, we're America. And I was like, no, Canada's part of America too.
That's not what... Oh my god.
Me trying not to be...
I just got shot. I didn't even mean to do that. It wasn't like a poor decision. It was poor mechanics. God damn it.
I was trying
Here we go again.
I was trying not to exclude anybody, but no, he actually wouldn't accept. He wouldn't accept the
the label of being an American because he lives in North America because he's Canadian.
He goes, I'm Canadian, and I'm just like, I was just like, I can't blame you. I would do the same thing. It's...
Oops.
Yeah.
I want to go that way. Oops.
Especially with all this German chancellor business. And seriously.
Oh, I meant, look at Angela Merkel. If you saw her, wouldn't you assume you needed to spy on her phone?
What? No. Not at all.
She looks like she's got lots of shifty ideas.
I don't think so.
No, she seriously reminds me of my grandmother.
Well, your grandmother I might be slightly more suspicious of than your...
Maybe. Than Angela Merkel?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
AJ personally apologized to the people who work in Germany for MTGO Online.
I like how you don't know the name of your husband's business.
MTGO Academy. For the fact that America spied on their chancellor's phone.
They didn't seem to mind.
They didn't care.
Yep. So, we were talking about doing a Halloween special.
About,
where we talked about all
costumes.
of our costumes. But we're going to wait until the Halloween Daily Challenge so I can fail at that really quickly.
Darth Maul inspired us. Well, no.
No, he didn't.
Phosphatide.
That comes closer to the truth.
Phosphatide.
Darth Maul did not inspire me.
Dressing as Darth Maul.
Was that the first floor because I sucked so badly in the last runs? God damn it. We'll do it right this time.
Phosphatide has inspired us to do a Halloween.
This time.
version.
This time,
I don't know
will
what
pick
that.
up my
I don't know
meth pipe.
what exactly that means.
What?
I don't know what that means. A Halloween version, like
What?
Maybe the Daily Challenge will have cool stuff in it during Halloween.
It's possible that Derek, you would program it to do that. I don't know.
That would be Maybe they're...
You know, sometimes you get hit by spikes 3 times in a row.
I don't understand that.
What don't you understand about it? Sometimes your husband's an idiot. Alright.
I'm trying to decide whether or not I should go grade my other papers or whether I should have a glass of wine.
Why not both? It's like IUPUI.
No.
Why not both?
No, I would never do that. Ever, ever, ever.
Like IU? You like PU? Why not both?
I mean, the truth is it could make me a nicer grader, but I'm not a I don't know. I just don't think I should change my mental state as in the midst of grading. And it doesn't seem fair.
No, you gotta start over again. Or you gotta do them all drunk and all sober. And then you average the two.
Yeah, it's a matter of social justice. I would never ever do that. If I were to drink a glass of wine, I'd be done grading for the day.
Yeah, that's why you should drink a glass of wine.
No, I know, right? Oh,
I've done that. I'm like, I don't really want to work. Goodness. Maybe drinking wine will make reading more tolerable today. And then really I'm thinking, once I take a sip of this, there's no way I'm going back.
It's over.
Can I make this? I don't think I can.
To be honest, I really like grading my students' papers, but I just wish... I just wish it weren't so much work. It's so much work.
I wish that about a lot of things, I gotta say.
They've changed policies. You can't even do the thing that you used to do. God, I sound like old because we've been
back in the old days, we had to walk upstairs to get to the bedroom and to come downstairs.
Back in the old days when you used to teach, you would just like put check marks by stuff when you started getting lazy.
Back in the old days, we used to burp our babies by making a liquor bottle.
You would be like, right, that's exactly right, every time you put a check mark. And then when something became seriously wrong, you just kind of underlined it and like put like a question mark. Or you like underlined it and you maybe made a comment or two, and then you wrote like bottom, like at the end of the paper, like a series of comments about just generally how the paper could have been better. But now they make you do track.
What did you say about bottom feeding?
The bottom note, the last note that you
like a lamprey?
No. At the end of the paper, you would say this paper is really well written. I see a few organizational issues here and here and here. Maybe come talk to me next time about how we can fix the organizational issues.
What's different?
Then you put the grade.
That's what I always did. That's what I still do. What's the difference?
Yeah, the difference now is that they make you do it electronically and use track changes. And because you're using track changes, like you don't actually know how much time you're spending on each paper in the same sort of way. You don't have the checkmark system, so you're not like lazy. Like what ends up happening is that
that sucked, by the way. I came all the way over there for just that gold bar. That was not a rope worth.
You just keep going and going with the comments, and it's just not... I mean, I'm sure your students look at it and they're just like, oh my god, look how much I've done wrong. Even though some of the comments are like, oh my god, this is so well done. This is such a great test.
Would you say it's better or worse to be a manual laborer?
What?
Would you rather be a hammer or a nail?
What?
Would you rather be a spider or a snail?
I get that I was being boring.
That's not what I was saying.
It's kind of what you're saying.
I wasn't saying that at all. I was saying I'm very excited.
I'm just saying my head hurts after... My students are really good.
I wish I never woke up. I feel worse than when S Club 7 broke up. Sorry, you guys saw it. Whew. Alright, good, we're okay. So anyway, what were you talking about?
Just that, teaching's hard work.
It's a hard knock life.
For some people.
Let's see what happens if will this be the... Oh my god.
I don't understand why I made this series of decisions.
Well, I wanted to be... I wanted to be able to jump up on that thing. Wait till you see this decision I make. It's gonna be a couple different decisions. Oh... This seems like an exciting and bold play. This rock's gonna hit me! Okay, it didn't. Come on down, buddy. There you go. Yeah. Now end up in those spikes. Yeah. He did exactly what I wanted him to do.
Good for him and you.
Yes, we both worked well together.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so this is going to be the ghosting spot.
I'm going to eat some real candy.
Alright, there we go.
It's a Milky Way dart.
Milky Way Darks
Or Milky
are
Way
also
Midnights.
delicious. Milky Way Midnights, they're fucking awesome. I've never tasted anything as luxurious as Milky Way Midnight.
They're like gourmet chocolate.
They seriously fucking are. Oh, fuck. This guy. That's right.
Unlike peppermint patties. You ever gotten a box of chocolate and there's like one with mint in it? I haven't. You know
Those
why?
box of gourmet chocolates contain like 5% good candies, and the rest are like, who invented this piece of garbage?
But there's never any mint in it. Because they suck.
They do. If you're stupid. Oh!
I'm just telling you. It's true, actually. The gourmet chocolates, like, you order them, or you've got... I don't know why. I've never actually given anybody chocolate, but...
For
I don't
like
know.
a gift?
Yeah, I don't know. My parents...
They give people chocolate a lot?
No. They used to work at a business where, like... I don't know. They just got stuff like that a lot. And some of the perks that they got were good, but some of them were things like, you know, box of chocolates or something for some Christmas party giveaway thing.
That seriously does sound like a hard knock life.
So
You expect to get some bullshit, and instead you get the biggest pile of bullshit.
or you get it for Christmas from like somebody who doesn't know you very well. Yeah, I don't know. Like whatever. But the point is, don't you hate? I don't know. Don't you, like?
I love chocolate.
No, I think
I love mint chocolate. You know what I love more than anything?
No,
Your peppermint patties.
no, you don't.
I want to talk about, by the way, how I was not diagnosed with the Thegurgles when I should have been. You want to know what the Thegurgles are?
I don't know what.
I talked in an earlier episode about how I couldn't burp. And Hoojax replied, and this may have been his first comment, my sister has that. She calls it the Thegurgles. Which I found to be very funny. So,
As a linguist, did you find that interesting?
let me extend the story. Maybe I talked about this the first time. If not, you get to hear it again, you fuckers. So, I like how I act like I resent my fans.
You're becoming an old man.
Yes.
Repeating stories and whatnot.
I don't want that to happen. I don't know if I've repeated the whole story, but essentially I can't burp. And when I went to my general practitioner and said I can't burp, I go, I have a nexus of symptoms, and I think I've been able to diagnose the common cause for all of them. He was like, okay, I'm listening. Well, what's going on? And I was just like, don't laugh at me. This is serious. You're doing just what he wanted to do. Hang on, this is going to be tough.
I know what you're about to tell is a funny story that needs to be executed well.
See that fucker down there? Alright, we got all these bombs. Anyway, okay. So, this guy, my general practitioner, he's a nice guy. We'll call him David, even though that's not really his name. So, David is like, so what seems to be the matter? And I was like, well, I have a set of symptoms that I've observed in myself pretty consistently over the past few years, and I'm not sure how they're all related. For the first one, it's lactose intolerance. And I was like, for the second one, it's that I have an extremely short tongue. And that's true. I can barely stick out my tongue. Whoa. How do...
That is true, to be honest.
Yes, I have a very short tongue. It's funny. It's very comical. So, and I was like, third, I feel like, so lactose intolerance with diarrhea, very short tongue. It's like, I can't burp. And he goes, okay. And I was like, instead, it just, all the gas is released as flatus. And he's like, okay. And I was like, it's basically odorless, which tells me it's just like carbon dioxide and oxygen and stuff. And he's like, uh-huh. And I'm like, and the fourth symptom is that I'm pretty sure I have bad breath a lot, like chronic halitosis. And then he goes, can you breathe on me? And I did. And he goes, doesn't seem that bad. And I was like, well, I chewed gum before I came in here. And he's like, when? And I was like a half an hour ago. And he's like, well, and I could tell immediately he like wasn't writing anything down, even though he got his notepad out. And I was like, well, I went to a message board post somewhere. I did a search for people that can't burp. And I actually found like a forum full of people who can't burp. And they talked about how all of them can't burp, and some of them, a lot of them were women, and they talked about how like their stomachs would hurt. And they were also clearly bulimic. It was like a pro-Anna form too, but I was like, that's not what I was interested in. It was like they talked about how they could burp if they stuck their fingers down their throat, and sometimes they could also like burp when they did that. And I was like, I was like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna be sticking my fingers down my throat to make this happen.
How have I never heard this story before?
Well, I don't know. I probably told you.
You never told me that you visited a pro-Anna /
I didn't know what it was.
How did you figure it out?
Well, I mean, it was just a bunch of women talking about how the best way to get themselves to burp.
And you just put two and two together, eventually we're like,
I was like, why are all of them willing to throw up voluntarily to burp? I was like, I'm not willing to do that. I would rather fart.
You're really like, who's Anna? What the hell?
They weren't talking about Anna. Dean, are you a friend of Anna? No, it wasn't like that.
It was like you put two and two together retrospectively?
Well, it's just my suspicion is I mean, they were all talking about ways to quote-unquote burp. And it was probably them really talking about ways to get themselves to force vomit. Which is disturbing. I don't know where the black market is. I know it's here. I put that bomb in the wrong spot, too.
That's a serious medical issue.
Yes.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at your naivety. Like...
My naivete?
Your naivete.
I mean, you pronounced it correctly. I'm just saying, what about this is naive?
Okay, keep talking.
I keep putting all these bombs in the wrong place.
So you told your doctor that you went to a message board.
What the? Oh my god, that frog moved? He like jumped out of the way so I could fall? What a prick hole. Okay. He did make spring shoes though, so that was worth it. Anyway.
You told your doctor about the forum.
Well, I was just like, I saw that some other people on a message board have this problem. He was like, oh, okay, I'm sure he didn't take that very seriously. Oh, some people on the internet have a club? God damn it. That was stupid. Everything I'm doing is stupid today. See what I did? I did a stupid. Yeah, ghosts and tiki traps. Where is the fucking black market? Oh, we're down to fucking 0 bombs. Everything's a disaster. I don't know where the black market is. It's around here somewhere. Is it down here?
You better finish your story, otherwise you're gonna die first.
Yeah, I will. And I'll love it. Wow, there's just bombs right here? Oh my god, it's in the fucking corner?
Oh.
Uh-huh. Is this where I want to be? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Okay, we made it. Step 2. Get that golden idol. Because I'm nothing if not greedy. Uh-huh. Come on down. Come on down, buddy! Yeah! No! Don't laugh at this guy! Like, the worst part was I was trying to jump, but I was stuck against the wall, and I knew that the spring shoes don't work when you're stuck against the wall. I was having so much fun.
Part of it was because you were telling your story.
Yeah, we're gonna do a fucking speed run. Speeding it up. That was a bad start. We're gonna start this one again. Okay, so anyway, he just sits there and he's like, have you thought about... What did he say?
Well, you thought these were all connected.
I was like, my theory... Oh, yeah, my theory! This was my theory. I say this like, I still think it might be true.
You do.
I have a very short tongue, as I mentioned. And I actually think that the very short tongue... Oh, I forgot the 5th symptom. There were 5. The last one was that I produce a lot of saliva. I think more than the average person. Mm-hmm. For a speedrun, I always like to pick up a bunch of shit at the beginning. Just so I can go faster later. Mm-hmm. I won't pick up that dog, though. So I make a lot of saliva. So I was like, here's my theory. I think my tongue is attached farther back in my throat than for most people. And the result is that it's harder to brush the bacteria off it, which leads to my bad breath. And it covers up the area... Stop laughing. What the fuck? Why did that not work? The technique, it failed me. God damn it.
I'm trying not to...
It covers up the back of my throat, the area where you burp out of. And so that explains everything. It explains the short tongue, the bad breath, the lots of saliva, probably explains that. It explains the
flatulence.
Well, the flatulence is because I can't burp. The air has to go somewhere. I'm a closed system.
Right.
You know what I mean? Gotta seal them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I was just trying to... You're thinking of the other symptoms.
Okay. That was scary. Obviously, I didn't mean to pick up that fucking... We're gonna take this thing. Because this is always fun. Alright.
So, your doctor responded.
He was like... Well, tell me if it becomes a bigger problem. That was like it. He was like, okay. I was like, that's all?
Did you buy your theory?
He said that... I've never heard... He goes... I've never heard that series of complaints before. And that's actually when I brought up the message board.
And then what? And then his response was like...
He obviously didn't believe me. He was like, well, you should try taking like an antacid. And,
psychiatric medication because you're a hypochondriac.
yeah. By the way, I'm kicking ass with the teleporter. Have you guys noticed? Come on, guy.
I noticed that your flux...
Hey, come on, buddy.
Flux has gone on, and consequently you,
Everything's yellow?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I've got a little slave following me around.
That's great.
He's gonna get fucking murdered. But, look at him.
He murdered everyone.
Well, he's trying.
Wait, are they on your side?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
He's trying his hardest, but he's kind of an idiot. He's carrying a rock, and I'm sure he's gonna fucking kill me with it.
Wait, they can accidentally kill you?
Yeah.
Probably because they want their freedom.
No, he loves me. I'm better than the shopkeepers. That's not where I wanted to go. What the... Oh!
No.
He fucking got the shopkeeper riled up.
No.
And the spider.
He did more harm than good.
It's okay. He died. We don't have to worry about him anymore.
Okay, good.
But this teleport run is kind of cool.
Cool. That's awesome. I don't know what's happening, but...
It's over now. I teleported in front of a tiki trap.
I was
apparently.
Super confused.
Alright, people.
Brain damage? You died from brain damage.
I don't know. I will...
I think you did.
See you guys...
Legitimately.
next time.